Hi, Paris Rigby here. I am here today with Carlos Cortez, who, in my opinion, is a fabulous litigating attorney. Not only is he a good friend, but I've actually had other attorneys tell me about how brilliant he is. Carlos, we're honored to have you as a host again this year for our Halloween party, being our 10th and final Halloween party, Night of Mischief. And being that net proceeds 100% go to Jane Spiller, who is an individual in this town that has been battling cancer for 7 years. I don't know if you're a friend of hers or if you just know her through her amazing Facebook posts.
I know her through, I know George Milner, who's a great attorney, is very good friends with her, has known her for almost 2 decades, and I'm familiar with her story, and her being a cancer survivor, and the fact that she's needing not a handout but a hand up to help her get through this process. This Halloween charity event that you've hosted for a decade now is so wonderful, and to be able to give 100% of the net proceeds to Jane is fantastic. Last year when you asked me to co-host, and we were able to do a lot for the fireman, Jeff Patterson, those are good stories that benefit not only the individuals, but maybe gives a different type of perception that of who people who reside in Dallas proper, who we really are.
You know, that's a very interesting and powerful point that you made, because nowadays with social media, I feel like it's so easy to think that we know somebody, but being able to be involved in something that is really making the difference in somebody else's life and knowing these people on a different level than just social media, in my opinion, does change the dynamics of today's world.
Yeah, to have 800 to 1,000 people come and support someone that they've never actually met, but want to reach out to them because even though Jane may not be someone that they individually know, cancer affects almost all of us, unfortunately. Either knowing someone in our family, our friends, a coworker, and the fact that we can help one person through this marvelous event is a way to give back, and I'm just humbled to be a part of it.
Well, me knowing you and being your friend for, years now, I know you've got a very warm and giving heart, and I've seen you do things in so many amazing ways for individuals and people that sometimes sit there going, they're a stranger to you, but you give so much. So I knew that it would mean something to you to not only host again, but it also means something to you in the opportunity of giving back. My next question for you would be, last year being a host, what would you say was your fondest memory?
The whole event was done in such a first-class manner. It was professionally done, from the music to the lighting. The people who actually attended, I would say, are wonderful people, not the traditional people you might see at a club or at a bar. Good-spirited people. There was no drama. The whole event was just a fun vibe. And unfortunately, you don't see a lot of that. But in this particular instance, my fondest memory was just the people that made the event. Everything from the costumes to the elaborate artwork and the makeup that they had done, to the funny costumes. Everything was just a first-class event. The hotel was great. Everyone got along. It was a good place to network, even though you're a little bit in disguise. But it was, and I actually last year developed some new friendships from there. So my fondest memory is that it is a fond memory. From A to Z, there was no problems whatsoever. Went smoothly, and that goes to you and the people that you work with to put this event together. The fact that it was just so seamless is a credit to you, because I know that it involves daily and weekly and months leading up to it to get everything prepared so that it does run effortless.
So what piece of advice would you give a guest that's coming to our 10th and final Halloween party that has not attended in previous years?
Bring a fun group. Get there early if you're going to park, because parking gets taken very quickly. By all means, do not drive. Get a taxi. Get a hotel room. I know the Aloft is sold out, but Omni has graciously offered some of their rooms at a highly discounted rate. And just brings many people. And if you want to give a little bit more than what the ticket price is, Jane has a GoFundMe account, which you can contribute there as well. It's a chance to meet new people, to give to a good cause, to let off a little steam. But the biggest advice is, just have fun and make sure you get there early.
And it did bring Jane to tears that you were, Jane, somebody that you don't know personally, but you made a donation yesterday on her GoFundMe, and I just think that was just an incredible move, and it's an awesome thing for you to do, especially somebody that you don't know. So I know she'll be reaching out to you and saying thank you. That was really cool. It's a fun time to put people together. Everybody from our law enforcement to our DJs to our hosts and hostesses. I mean, it's a good time, and it definitely will be something I've missed because there have been some great relationships that are formed from it. But it's 10th and final. Maybe somebody will pick this party up next year. I don't know. I'd love to pass that baton, but
never say never.
That's what some other people have said, but I think it's 10th and final. So I cannot thank you enough for being part of our 10th party, Halloween party, and for being a host and for being such a good friend, because you are a really good person, and I would say I'm honored to be your friend and to have you as somebody in my life that I think very highly of.
Thank you.
So we will see you in your costume on the 30th, Friday, October 30th, Aloft Hotel, downtown Dallas, 1033 Young Street. Arrive early. Buy your tickets early.